Oh, here we go. Another day, another vlog. How are we, peeps? Hope you're having a good day or morning or evening or whatever you're doing. Yeah, big night last night. First stream back on Fishing Sim World with the new Pro Tour upgrade in there after my 2 days of downloading into my PlayStation at work. So it's pretty cool. About an hour and 40 there is on there for you, so if you want to go check out, see what I did. I actually did pretty well, I thought, for a rookie. First I did a tournament, a four match tournament. First one I pretty much had to relearn everything again because it's been at least a month or so since I played, so I was pretty much useless. I came 100th, which was, anyway. I got one fish and then just couldn't get any other bites. And then I've kicked my brain kicked back into gear, went, oh, rightio, now I know what I'm doing. And the next 3 tournaments I won them, but by then it was too late. Even though I win 300 points for 3 wins in a row, only getting 3 points to that last one was enough to knock me out. Now, the great news was I got 2 PBs out of it for bass, which I was pretty stoked, and they were really good fish. It sounds funny, a computer game, I know, but it's actually quite fun. I actually really enjoyed it last night. It's the first night I've just sort of not switched off and not worried about trying to do edits or stuff or chase stuff down. I had a bit of a brain relax out in the boat. Ambient music, sound music of the birds and everything, and just sitting there fishing and catching fish was pretty darn cool. I was pretty happy, and I went to bed and pretty relaxed state. So it's actually quite good. I think that's good. I think games can sometimes do that, and you sometimes need to just switch off and back up a step, and then come back in. So feeling refreshed and good to go. My biggest now. Please forgive me, I know the guys in the States, if you're watching, are going to go nuts about me putting it in kilos, but I did change it to kilos, so I knew exactly what it is, because Australia's pretty much that. I grew up with Imperial as a cat diesel mechanic, so I know the Imperial and the metric system back to front for both of them, so it's pretty easy to convert for me. Younger kids, obviously, they only know metric in Australia. But yeah, so I got a 4.8 kilo largemouth bass, my new PB, which I did the conversion 2.2, and it was 10.36 pounds, I think. So double figures, and I got a 4.6 kilo bass as well, largemouth. So that was probably close to the 10 pound. I was probably just under. So I was stoked. I had a ball. And then I got a large smallmouth, which 3 kilos. So I didn't convert that one over, but I was pretty happy with that. It was pretty big for a smallmouth. If you look at the scale against the anglers when they come out of the boat, go check out my live video that I put up last night. It was pretty cool. I had a ball. It was fun. Some new lakes I hadn't fished. There's a monthly online section you can do through Dovetail, and you have the possibility of winning the Angler of the Month, like worldwide, and there's actual real prizes that you can win for that, so that's pretty cool. I think Dovetail are doing a really good job to try and turn this into a pro, or what they call it, esports, or basically gamers, pro gamers, which is what it should probably be called. I think Dr. Disrespect called it that the other day. He said, what's this esports crap? And I actually do agree with him that esports is a stupid name. Just call it pro gaming. Everyone knows what it is. Why do people have to make fancy, antiquated names for things that are simple? I get that all day at work, fancy, funny names, which for stuff that's just easy to remember. But anyway, it was pretty cool. I come away pretty happy. I worked out that basically if you didn't get a good hook set, that it was pretty much they give you a little percentage on one of the screens they show you, but if you didn't get a hook set, there was a fair chance you were going to lose it, so you really had to back off and not let it get into the red on the drag. So it was good. It was a good learning curve for me, and I'm going to try and get into that monthly. There's 2 days left of this current one, and I'm going to try and start fresh until the next month for August and see how I go. That's why I got it, and I wanted to do it, and then I got the new 4-lake pack while it's on special. I think it's still on special till early into next month. So there is some discounts if you are going to join up and get into it. So go and check it out at Sony on your PlayStation or Xbox or PC. Go to Dovetail Games or wherever you download your local games from. So yeah, cool, very cool. Dovetail, great job. Thank you very much. For us guys stuck in the desert working, it's a nice little relaxing thing to get a bit of fish action. Keep our brains in order anyway, so cool. What else today? Boys at Unbox Therapy, one of my favourite guys, Lou and his team, they do a great job. They get all the newest gear. If you need to find out anything about latest tech, it's a really good spot to sort of see. It comes straight out, and he normally gets stuff out before it's even released to anyone else because he's so big. So it's a pretty cool sort of resource for us tech guys that don't have sort of his pull, I guess. So he had the Acer ROG 2 gaming phone, the world's most powerful smartphone, which was just, yeah, it was wicked. I have to tell you, I'm not a Android fan. I'm an Apple. Each to their own. I'm quite happy with what I've got and what I do. I used to do a bit of gaming on there with Marvel superheroes and stuff like that on there, but probably not as much anymore. I don't really have time with the YouTube stuff. I'm too busy to do most of that, and I'd rather go fishing, I think. But this phone was just insane. 120 hertz OLED screen, 6-inch screen, just really good. Had RGB lighting on the back of it, a cooling fan. The accessories are just insane for it. Like, had full PlayStation joystick paddles. You could click it onto the phone, or you could just make a joystick and then USB it straight to the phone or straight to a hard stand for it, which would battery powered, which would charge a unit where you could play games on it. Had a wireless connection, so you could transfer that to a big screen if you were at home. It had a overclocked chip in it, the Android Snapdragon, overclocked to 2.93 gigahertz. 12 megabyte of RAM in a phone. Yeah, it's pretty intense for a phone, and I think it's roughly about $1,000. It had USB-C ports, headphone port, buttons, everything known to man you can imagine. The only thing he didn't say anything about was 5G, so I did flick down a message to him to see if it was going to be coming out in 5G or if it was still just a 4G phone. Obviously in Australia 5G is already rolling out, a fair few other countries. Our networks are pretty average here, so 5G's, fingers crossed, going to be a lot better. We never really got the 4G we're supposed to have. It's nowhere near what other countries' 4Gs are. But yeah, so that's the only thing I didn't see, and then I couldn't find. I think the price was roughly about $1,000 US, so probably, what's that, about 1,500 Australian or something. But yeah, 6,000 milliamp battery too, so just tons of battery. And yeah, look pretty cool. Screens look good. The stereo sound speakers are in the front of the phone, so it was, yeah, I think they've done a really good job. As far as like phones that I've seen out lately compared to like the Oppos and all the Chinese brand plastic crap and stuff like that, even against Apple, like if you could get that in an Apple operating system, there'd be probably a lot of people swapping over. So but yeah, really good phone, did a great job. That was pretty cool to watch. And then the only other thing was pretty interesting today. I mean, there'd be a lot of people out in the world that have had family members with cancer that have passed away and had to go through all that pain and suffering. And it's not good on anyone, family members or the person or relatives or friends, even friends. It sort of affects so many people in so many ways, and it's a horrible, terrible disease. I watched the thing, and like, it's very hard nowadays to sort of trust what you do see and read on the internet. But there was taking an objective view and hoping that like anything in that could possibly help out with cancer has to be a good thing. It's very, I can't imagine someone would get into something like that with the intent of doing something wrong, except for the big pharmaceuticals that are just in it for the money because they don't give a shit about people. So that's been clearly evident for many years. And there's Stan Mazursky, a Texan doctor. He immigrated to America, very smart dude. Stumbled across it, a peptide which basically attacked or helped the body repel cancer in certain patients. I think this is early 80s. Has been fighting for the last 40 years against the FDA, American government, and the Texas Medical Association to get it approved to use on people. Has had to go through so many dramas, 4 or 5 national congressional hearings. He's been sued, he's been raided, he's been threatened to go to jail for 290 years on one occasion. Just like everything, they've tried everything, the big guys, to rip him off. The American government even teamed up with one of his old staff that stabbed him in the back to try and pull the patents off him, even though he'd already had them patented in like 1979. So it was pretty interesting. Apart from all that terrible stuff, which should never have happened and shouldn't happen to anyone, no matter what, there was a ton of people which come on live video and had brain cancer and all these terrible cancers that were given just months to live that are still living because of this guy. So whatever he does and whatever he's doing, and it's nothing like chemo. It doesn't hurt you. It's like fully healthy to the body. It doesn't affect the body in any negative ways. And still 40 years later, he's still only into the second trial on the process of getting it all locked away so he can finalise the patents and then start getting it out to everyone. So it was amazing to see. I suggest anyone, if you have had family or got family that have been touched by this terrible thing, and you're running out of options, then please look him up. There's a video on YouTube you can look him up. You can do some your own research into him, check it all out. It's definitely something worth looking at. No one deserves to die that way. It's a crap way to die. So I think if he's got anything to offer, then everyone should be looking at it, no matter what. It's So big ups to him for fighting for so long. I'm sure 99% of other people would have just folded and just given up after being attacked for so long. So, and I think that's the thing that makes it seem a little bit more legit, the fact that they just constantly keep coming back and attacking him, and he never gets done for anything. They can't find anything to nail him on. They can't prove anything that it doesn't work and it doesn't hurt anyone, but yeah, they still hate him. So, because obviously a $400 billion a year industry, cancer, and if you can cure it all in 5 years, or a majority of it, well then, that's going to break down a lot of people and destroy a lot of medical industry. So there's obviously a lot of people scared about it, and so I understand their side. Is business will protect itself. That's what business is about. But when it comes to that, it's a pretty sad state of humanity. I would like to hope that it's not over money, but as we all know nowadays, it's pretty much what everything runs on. So it's a bad way to finish. So let's not finish on a sour note. Other than that, it was a really good day. Definitely getting a bit warmer here now. Winter's pretty much been over. I think it's pretty much on the back end of it. We might get if that wind picks up, we might get a little bit more cool air coming back through, but it doesn't seem to be really smashing us this swing, so pretty cool. And yeah, so we might finish there and catch you all tomorrow. So whatever you're doing, breakfast, lunch or dinner, or off to bed, off to work, I will see you all tomorrow.